This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, all right. Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Presentation. Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. So we are going to present the class activity. So our title is on based on the ethical analysis of a certification shortcut. So we are a group of 4 members. Myself, Mohammed Shahnad. We have Pawina George, Nasrul Hakim, and Ahmad Zaid as a part of this group. Okay. So these are the main agenda we are going to cover in this presentation. So first one is the scenario, second the introduction, then ethical principle involved in this case, the determination of the violation involved, response and action that need to be taken, analysis and recommendation, and the class reflection. Based on this activity, what is the reflection or what are the things we have observed, and the conclusion at the end. So this is the scenario. Certification shortcut is what we are going to discuss today. So basically, what happened? One of the auditor we have identified that have falsely claimed a professional certification to secure a client project. So this act, we have identified this act raising a concern on code of ethics violation by the employee. So basically, it violates the honesty, professionalism, and potential risk. Such ethics has been identified as violated. So we are going to discuss more on this topic now, right? So just an introduction, right? The honesty and integrity of an auditor are very important in this job. So when we look at the ethical issue, which is a certification shortcut, basically we can see there is a ethical violation happen, and it involved a team member who falsely claimed to have a certificate to win a client project. So this situation create a serious ethical problem for all the auditors who find, I mean, the auditing groups, right? And rest of the team and audit firm, every person or everybody involved in this one is seriously concerned, and we use ISACA Code of Professional Ethics to study this case and focusing more on the violation happen. So, so what are the ethical principle involved in this case, right? Based on the standard what we have, honesty and integrity. The professional must perform duties with honesty and without deception. So what we identify, this particular person have misrepresented the qualification, which is breaching this core value of the profession. The ethics, right? So honesty and integrity is the core value as far as an auditor is concerned, and this particular person have violated this basic ethical principle. Second thing, a professional competence and the due care. So this principle emphasizes the maintaining a professional knowledge and skill, and this as a auditor, this skill is very important. Faking the skill is like faking, the entire ethical principle. So that this is the second ethical violation, and third one is the professionalism and the conduct. So as per the ISA code, it says that member must act legally with code, good behavior, and protect the reputation of the and their profession. What the team member did here, actually, he behaved unprofessionally and damaged their own reputation, the audit firm's image, and the trust which the auditing professions hold overall. Right, all the audit professions affected. And the fourth point is that the responsibility to the profession. The auditor must protect the reputation of their profession. Ignoring this kind of dishonesty would reduce the public trust in how the auditing team interact with the client, right? So the reliability and ethical auditors. So all these things have been impacted. So, and the last, the objective, right? Falsely claiming the credential promises the impartial judgment. So it will also impact the judgment of this ethics. So let me introduce Pavina to explain the which are the violation which we have identified in this particular case. Pavina, you can.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. So, in this slide, we can look at the specific ethical violation that occurred based on the ISACA code. Then the first one is the violation of honesty. as a team member deliberately lied about holding a professional certification. So this was is the very clear breach of the fundamental value of honesty, which is central to trust in an auditing profession. And the second one is we have the violation of professional competence. Even if the person is skilled, pretending to have a certification creates a false impression of verified expertise. So, according to the ethical guidelines, a professional should only take on tasks they are genuinely qualified for, basically. Yeah, the next one is a violation of professional conduct. The act of lying to the secure of a project not only shows poor behavior, but it also tarnished the image of the auditing profession. So, in general, auditors are expected to hold a high standards of behavior at all times. And the last one is the violation of client trust. So the client made important decisions based on the false information provided. So this will undermine the legitimacy of project and could damage long-term client relationships. Um, yeah, over here we can see such a violation when such a violation occurs. Here we can see the important to respond respond ethically towards the violation. So the first one is the issue must be reported internally to the audit lead or ethics committee. The early reporting helps prevent further damage and sets the stage for accountability. The second one is the firm should conduct an immediate internal investigation to verify the claim and to understand the full context. And the third one is a proper documentation, which is very essential, as the auditor who discovered the issue should carefully record their findings and the steps they took to verify the claim. And all related to the communication is recorded, must be crucial if the case escalated or if formal proceedings are needed. And the fourth one is if the client's decision was influenced by the false certification, open communication with the client is necessary. This one is due to the transparency is really helps maintain the integrity and trust. The fifth one is disciplinary action must be taken based on the firm's internal policies. This may involve suspension, demotion, or even termination, depending on the severity. And then finally, corrective action should be implemented too. This could include reassigning the project to a properly certified team member and introducing mandatory ethics, retraining, or more stringent certification verification for all staff going forward.
Thanks, Marina. I
Uh,
think I'd like to call Zaid to
Okay.
bring the analysis and recommendation for this case.
Thank you, Mohammed Shenat. So, for the analysis and recommendations for this ethical concern, uh, one of it is to promote a speak up culture. Audit firms must cultivate an environment where employees feel safe to raise ethical concern without fear of retaliation. So that ethical concerns such as counterfeiting credentials can be addressed more effectively. And then the next one is verification process. So things such as periodic background and credential checks, and then regular ethics training, which embeds ethics training in the professional development curriculum. And the last one is clear consequences for unethical behavior must be clearly communicated and consistently applied to all levels of the organization.
Is that I think can we focus on analysis one more time? I think we need to have a analysis before the recommendation. So maybe we can go through the analysis report here.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So the analysis first. So the code of ethics ensures audits are trustworthy, fair, and independent, building stakeholder confidence. The certification shortcut shows how personal ethical lapses can harm the whole organization. So, so the likely reasons behind the unethical act, are such as the pressure to win high value projects, ambition for faster career growth, and also likely the fear of being seen as underqualified. So this auditor might do all these things that due to the competitive nature of this field. So okay, the next one is risk of deception. So one of it is reputational risk. Client trust may be lost, affecting future business, and gaining client trust can may be difficult. And the next one, legal and financial risk, possibility of lawsuits and regulatory penalties, and also there can be impact towards the team, such as uh, the lower of morale, uh, and the weakness of the ethical culture, and it can also create mistrust. So all these things can impact the overall performance of work negatively.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, great. That's well explained, Zaid. So, Nasrul, maybe can we go to the reflection what we have learned from this particular scenario?
Okay, thank you, Shahina. So, based on this scenario, that we can see that the ethical pressures in the field highlight the auditor face significant pressures to meet the client demands, to win new business and advance the careers. This pressure can sometimes create a conflict with their ethical obligation. The temptation to take shortcuts or bend the rules is real and present danger in a competitive environment. So, how can we apply this ethical principle then to make the decision? The second principle provide a clear framework for decision making. When faced a dilemma such like the certification shortcut, an auditor can systematically go through the principles such as use integrity and professional behavior as a guiding beacons. Okay, apply due care by seeking counsel or reporting mechanisms. Okay, instead of ignoring the breach, the ethical breach, and then they'll leverage the objectivity to assess action based on facts, not relationships. Okay, and then the another question is what support system that should organization provide to help auditors uphold ethics? So one is the confidential ethics hotline or ombudspersons, and then second is a clear code of conduct with real life case study training. Third is a leadership that models ethical behavior, and four is a regular audits of employee records and certification. Okay, in conclusion, the ethical dilemma, like the step shortcut, tests not only the individual character, but also the robustness of the organization support system. By upholding the ethical code of ethics and promoting an open culture, auditor can maintain the credibility and trust in the profession.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Nasrul. I think this is one of the
Okay,
good
thank you.
example and very good case study of one of the ethical violations. So, in short, we can see it's ethical to maintain the ethics in this auditor, but especially for the auditors, very important, right? So, yeah, that's all for our presentation. So, thank you so much, all.
Thank you.
Thank you.